rock, just about the same size and shape that she was. And so she says, this may slow him down a little bit. So she took a paintbrush and she painted two big eyes right on the little rock, two big round eyes. And then she got those seeds and she flew all the way back up to the second mesa where her home was for her little children to feed them. Well, the coyote said, that song is too hard for me to learn. I'm giving up. And anyway, I am a hunter, and a hunter must hunt. So he turned around and he started back again. He was tired, and he was frustrated, and he was getting hungry. And he came up to the place where the dove had been working, and he said, well, your song is too hard. He was talking to the rock. He saw it sitting there. He says, well, your song is too hard for me to learn. And anyway, I'm not a singer. I'm a hunter. And it doesn't do you any good to look at me with those two big, sad eyes. I am a hunter. And he showed his teeth and he growled. And he said, a hunter must hunt. And he jumped. And he bit down on that rock just as hard as he could. And when he did, his teeth came, some of his teeth fell out and the others were all loose and his mouth started to bleed. And he said, oh, 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 oh. You could hear him all over the place. And up, there was a duck, there was a crow flying overhead and heard that, oh, 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 and she flew down and she landed right beside where the this is a wolf, but they kind of look alike, right by where he was howling. And she said to him, oh, I was, crows, they don't have a very pretty song. Have you ever heard they go, ah, 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 ah? That's not a pretty song, is it? She wanted to learn a pretty song, so she said, oh, she said, that was a very beautiful song you were singing. And I came down and I want you to teach it to me. Would you please teach it to me? And he looked at her and he said, you crow people are so stupid. You don't know the difference between singing and crying. I wasn't singing, I was crying. And guess what? The crow never did learn to sing that song, but the coyote remembered it. And if you ever go out west, and you ever camp out in the west, in a tent especially, at night, far up in the distance, you might hear the coyote, that same song, and this is the way it sounds. You can make it in just 1 minute. It's very much like the dove. Now, I want to tell you, this is the truth. This is the true part. When my dad was young, he used to live out west. And he used to camp out in the mountains and the deserts and the plains a lot of times. And when he was camping, he would hear the coyotes. And he said that was the saddest, most lonely, most sorrowful sound he'd ever heard. And but it's very beautiful. So the dove still, when she harvests the wheat, she still makes that sound. And the coyote still remembers how to do the crying song now. Good job listening. Okay, did you want to say it loud, because I can.
I went camping out in North Carolina, and I heard this wolf, a wolf, and it was singing that same song, and the second day a raccoon just unzipped our tent and came in our tent.
Well, if it's a coyotes usually don't bother people. But they're hunters, and this is really a wolf. But they look a lot like this, except they're about the size of a dog, and they look like this. So I bought it because they're all the same family.
My dog Mocha, she would have I can't really do it right now.
Strange song. Okay, I'll tell you what. Y'all have been so nice, good listeners. Do we have just a few more minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Would you do like this when you're ready? Okay, let's see. I wonder if, would you come up please and just reach in the fun box? We have maybe time to sing some fun songs. Have to close your eyes. She's not peeping. Oh, let's see, what's this? This is a new one. I think it is. Have we sung about we sang about the swimming pool, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This, now you have to watch and see somebody doing a good job singing, you get to choose them. Okay, this is called Wading in the Water. When you go down to the beach, sometimes your parents might say, all right, I don't want you to go out into the deep water, I want you to just wade in the water. Okay, this is about somebody that went wading in the water. You just walk in the water, walk in the water. But the trick is, whenever you sing about your toe, you gotta touch your toe. Every time you say toe, touch your toe. Okay? When you sing about heel, you gotta touch your heel. Every time you say heel, you gotta touch your heel. When you say foot, you gotta touch your foot, and on up, all until, okay. Now, they do this all the time. This is the best singing group. But they can stand up without saying a word or touching another person. Let me see you do it. Okay, you're wading in the water, and this is the way you do it. She waded in the water, and she got her toes all wet. Touch your toes. She waded in the water, and she got her toes all wet. Make sure they're touching their toes. She waded in the water, and she got her toes all wet, but she didn't get her wet. Yeah, now y'all know how to sing, and you can tell my voice is getting scratchy, so I want everybody to sing. I said y'all were good singers. Make sure they're doing a good job singing. See, okay. She waded in the water, and she got her heels all wet. She waded in the water, and she got her heels all wet. She waded in the water, and she got her heels all wet, but she didn't get her wet. Yeah, she waded in the water, and she got her feet all wet. She waded in the water, and she got her feet all wet. She waded in the water, and she got her feet all wet, but she didn't get her wet. Yeah, she waded in the water, and she got her ankles wet. She waded in the water, and she got her ankles wet. She waded in the water, and she got her ankles wet, but she didn't get her wet. Yeah. She waded in the water, and she got her legs all wet. She waded in the water, and she got her legs all wet. She waded in the water, and she got her legs all wet, but she didn't get her wet. Yeah. She waded in the water, and she got her knees all wet. She waded in the water, and she got her knees all wet. She waded in the water, and she got her knees all wet, but she didn't get her wet yet. She waded in the water, and she got her thighs all wet. She waded in the water, and she got her thighs all wet. She waded in the water, and she got her thighs all wet, but she didn't get her wet yet. She waded in the water, and she finally got it wet. She waded in the water, and she finally got it wet. She waded in the water, and she finally got it wet. Yes, she finally got her bathing suit wet.
I thought it was
Okay, it's a hard job. Who do you pick? Do we have any more time? Okay, more time. Stay up. Okay, you can sit. She's not peeping.
Cabin in the Woods.
Okay, make a picture. And you watch who's doing a good job. Little cabin in the woods. Little Tom on the window stood,